start with a throw-in. Klaassen, Rashford. Rashford! Saved by the goalkeeper at full stretch. Well, then it goes.
Hello everybody, what's going on? It's from the mic and welcome back to another video. Today is Everton Career Mode episode 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode. The link will be in the description if you haven't seen it. Go down and watch that first. But we're kicking off this episode by playing Manchester City in the Premier League. It's a very tough start we've got for ourselves. Game against Manchester City now. We've got a game against Chelsea coming up. So this is all going to be very tough. A lot of the best teams we're coming up against. And I do just love these graphics. But anyway, hopefully we can come off with a huge result. A win is what we're looking for. I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but if we could, that would be absolutely amazing. So we're going to look for a solid win. And there we go, that's the Manchester City line. I've got Jesus and Aguero starting up top. Here's the lineup I've gone for today. Pickford in goal, Bellerin, Keane, Williams, Jagielka and Alexandra in defence. And Gay and Klaassen in the midfield, followed by Sigurdsson and Cam, and Rooney and Sandro up top. It's sort of the lineup I can imagine them going for in real life, except not Bellerin and Sandro. Yeah, Alexandro that is, not the other Sandro, which does get a bit confusing sometimes, I must admit, but I guess I sort of have to get used to it. Anyway, the game is kicked off. Idris Gay on the ball now. He's running forward at pace. Now it's to Sandro. Sandro loses it out, and they're back on the ball. So as you know, last game, last episode even, we ended off with a draw against Stoke. 2-2 at home, which although isn't an awful result, seeing the Stoke are a pretty decent mid-table side, it's not really the result that we were hoping for. We were hoping for a pretty convincing win, but let's see what happens here. Sandro through on goal, he shoots, and Bravo makes a brilliant save. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not playing Edison, to be honest. I thought they'd start him in goal, but they haven't. They started what's it called again? They started Bravo, who actually did very well in the Confederations Cup. So although that was a while ago now, they sort of could argue that. But I don't know, that was a while ago. Anyway, it's City on the ball, Mangala here. Rooney wins it. He's a good little tackler, I've sort of learnt from the games I've played with him in FIFA 18 so far. Anyway, we cut it across, and somehow the defender gets a leg to it. Pretty crazy there. And as you can see, it's quite fast paced, so I'm not really having time to do much commentary on it. But there we go. Anyway, it's now Sigurdsson breaking. Sigurdsson, I really like playing with him. He's got perfect stats to play with. Anyway, Sandro on the ball here. Sandro cuts back with the fake shot. He's running. What's he going to do here? He shoots, and it's a huge goal. I was so ecstatic when that one went in, and I was amazed, to be honest, because in FIFA 17 that would have never gone in. So there we go. Sandro shows why the striker we're going to be acquiring, which you'll find out pretty soon, shouldn't be starting, and why he should start instead. What a play that was just there. It's 1-0 going into halftime away at the Etihad Stadium. I'm pretty sure Everton would have taken this result in real life. I remember in real life they sort of got not completely smashed, but I know Man City got a pretty decent win on them, so I think they'd be very happy if this was the result that happened. Anyway, that's a big goal for us. Wix.com is the sponsor. Don't know why I'm mentioning that, just noticed that now. Like, I do now notice quite a lot of the features, like they've done a lot on the crowds to make them a bit more interesting. The player animations, they've got a few more, like as you can see the crowds here, they're a bit more exciting. Now they've got these sort of animations, 3 shots, 1 goal for Sandro. What a play that was in the first half for him. Hopefully he can keep up the good shooting and the good sort of effort he's putting in and help us get a win in the second half. So I'm going to have a look at the stats here. So as you can see, we've shot 4 times and we've had 3 on target, and they've shot 3 times and had 1 on target. So the possession actually shows that Man City have been on top of the game, but a lot of the other sort of statistics show that we're the ones who should be leading. And I do think we have played very well compared to City, as we've managed to, one, we're away from home, but also we pass it around very well. If you look at this spray here to Sandro's and Alexandra, it is going to get very confusing. That is one problem with having them both on the pitch. They're both called Sandro or Sandro even, so it's very confusing. Anyway, we win a free kick here in a promising position, and I thought I'd show this because I haven't really got free kicks in this game yet, so I thought I'd show you guys one of the first ones. Here it is with Sigurdsson, but nothing really comes from it, and it doesn't even particularly challenge the keeper, so he's just absolutely hoofed that one clear. Anyway, it's Mendy on the ball for City here, Fernandez to Delph to Kun Aguero. Never really noticed the Kun bit, but anyway, here it is, Gabriel Jesus on the ball. He absolutely does my players, he shoots, but William makes a brilliant challenge. What a challenge that was by William. I'm a bit gutted last season because, as you guys might know or might not know, I support Arsenal, and there were loads of rumours, not this summer but the summer before, linking him to a move to Arsenal, but he moved to Everton, so he is a brilliant player, although he's getting on in ages, and I wanted to show you guys that because I think that is a decent penalty shout. He was sort of tumbled down in the box, so you can sort of argue both ways because neither player is particularly guilty, but look at this, Sigurdsson through on goal, he shoots, and Bravo makes a brilliant save off his line quickly, and they managed to do something about it. And yeah, these animations are really nice in terms of, if you guys remember last year with the Premier League stuff, they used to have, they sort of redid it, but they didn't have the sort of player walkout animations at the start. And one thing I would like them to add is do that for other leagues except the Premier League. I don't know how many leagues they do it for, but I know they don't do it in the Serie A, or whatever they call it now, Calcio A, I think it is maybe. They don't have them there, so if you just added them to more leagues, that'd be pretty good. But anyway, I just want to show you guys that because Tom Davies, he'd literally just come off the bench and he had a decent shot right at the start. That is a player that I'd like to give a bit more game time, maybe after a while once he's gone up a few overalls, and maybe if our players are injured and in second games, I would love to play Tom Davies because he sort of burst onto the scene last season with some brilliant displays. And there we go, full time at the Etihad, 1-0 to Everton. I bet you guys did not expect that, but we're going to be taking away the win. That's 4 points from a possible 6 at the start of the season. Not in the way round you'd particularly expect it to be. Maybe expect a win against Stoke at home and a draw even, or a loss away at the Etihad, but that's not how it went. We won 1-0 as that shows here. Sandro with a goal in the 45th minute to win us the game, and now we're just going to head straight on to our next game. No, we're not. Psych. Here is the player that I'm talking about, Marcus Rashford. As you can see here, he won the poll very convincingly, actually, with about 50% or something along those lines. And I know I did get a couple last episode. I'll see if I find it, and I'll put it on the screen now. And it's basically saying it's unrealistic, and I got another comment saying unrealistic signings or something. And I just wanted to warn you guys now, I maybe forgot to this last episode, and thanks for all the support on it. It got like 1k views or something, or over 1k, which just means a lot to me. But also, what I wanted to say is this series, we've got a huge budget, 150 million or something crazy like that, and we're not exactly looking to make realistic signings in terms of the signings we're making. We want them to be exciting, and I want to excite you guys, possibly surprise you guys sometimes, and maybe create pairings in the team. I'm not really too bothered about if it would happen in real life or not, because yeah, it is true that they probably wouldn't get Rashford in real life because because Rooney's already gone to Everton. But the thing is that I think he'd be a brilliant pair for Rooney in this team, so that is the main reason I'm going for him. So here I am negotiating with his agent now, just negotiating the different things. We do want a 5-year deal if we can. I might not do 5 seasons, well, I probably won't do 5 seasons, I don't know how many seasons I'll do, depends how many you guys want, but I still get 5-year deals because they're sort of the best you can get. And there we go, important 5-year deal, let's just accept that, and we don't have a release clause. That is pretty brilliant, I thought, because I don't want some team, especially like Man City or Chelsea or just another Premier League rival, coming and snapping him up. Anyway, here's the wage we're going to offer him, about 74k, 75k even, and we'll give him a bit of like a 1 million bonus or something like that. So there we go, so that's what I was saying, guys. Hope you guys don't mind if you think the signings are unrealistic, because I don't know, I'm just trying to make it entertaining for you guys, and I think the best way to do that is by signing these sort of extravagant players who will make the team a bit more exciting, because that means we can play Wayne Rooney and Thingy up front. And there we go. Wow, what a signing that is. We have brought in a star, Marcus Rashford, very young. I'd argue he's underused at Man United, and we're bringing him into the club to perform to us, to sort of show off his talents. And there we go. What a signing I think that is. and we're just going to go into the Carabao Cup now with my second team. And here it is. So I've started Rashford on the bench, but this is the sort of competition where Calvert-Lewin, Lookman, Davies, that sort of players, Holgate, sort of the young Everton players who are sort of English, get their chances to sign, and from other countries, of course. Marcus Rashford come off the bench for his debut. Thought that'd be important to mention, and we're going to win a solid 3-0 win with a goal from Barkley. The thing is, I don't really know what to do about Ross Barkley. I don't know if you guys will want to see him play or not. In real life, there's been some issues with him, I know, because he's sort of contract weird stuff. I don't even really understand, to be honest. But Ross Barkley is a player who I don't really know how to deal with. Anyway, Stamford Bridge, Everton versus Chelsea. Hopefully we can pick up a win. What do you guys think? Hopefully we win this. But Caballero starting in goal for them. Interesting it's not Courtois, but oh well. Alonso, Christensen, David Luiz, Rudiger and Zappacosta, Bakayoko and Kante. They brought in some brilliant players, as you can see here. They're playing Costa, Hazard. They've got Morata on the bench. As you can see, apart from maybe Caballero, this is not a bad team that they're playing. They want to win, and I'm pretty sure they're playing all their big guns so they can. Anyway, here's the lineup I've gone for today. It's relatively unchanged, except from one player. Maybe you guys sort of predicted even would start this game, and you're about to see him in a second. For his full Everton debut in the Premier League, Marcus Rashford coming against Chelsea, a big team, a team that he'll want to win and maybe score a goal against on his debut to impress. Anyway, here we go. Let's hopefully get a huge result and show Chelsea that we're the kings of the Premier League. Well, I'm not sure about that, but maybe one day, once we've sort of improved our squad a bit, once we got the sort of likes of Hazard and that sort of player, we'll be able to win the Premier League, hopefully. And that is one of my aims. You always have to aim high for your series, and winning the Premier League is one way to do that. Anyway, it's Klaassen on the ball here. We're just kicking off here, and he does lose it out to Hazard, but then that's a brilliant challenge by our defender. Anyway, as you can see here, Rashford to Rooney. What's Rooney going to do here? He runs down the wing. He's looking to do something, and he actually wins a free kick, is it? No, it's not. It's Alexandro advantage, but there we go. Finally pulls it back for the free kick. Interesting there. So, Zappacosta with the yellow card on one of his first sort of Chelsea games, and we're just going to head into the box, and nothing's going to come from it, as you see. There we go. A bit of fighting going on. Well by Diego Costa there, but not quite enough. Anyway, who's this here? Wayne Rooney gets on the ball a lot. He's a brilliant playmaker in this game, and I do like him in this game. And we cross it in, and Sigurdsson scores a goal. There we go, 1-0 against Chelsea. I'm sure you guys didn't expect that, but I was absolutely ecstatic to see that. And that is a brilliant, brilliant play we've got there. What a goal that is, and I'm just so happy that we managed to open the scoring, because it sort of gives me a bit of confidence in terms of playing. You could argue it's slightly lucky. He gets it, he heads it onto the post, and then it comes off the woodwork straight back down to him and to his feet for him to easily slice it in the net. But Sigurdsson probably deserved a goal. He's played brilliant for us so far, and I'm sort of glad that he's managed to pick up a goal to show his brilliance. Anyway, it's Kante on the ball here. What's he going to do? He passes it through to Diego Costa, who fake shots it, looks back. Is this going to be an equaliser, a swift reply? Maybe, maybe not, but no, it's not going to be. Okay, a corner here. What's going to happen? Hazard, Pickford punches it out. Very decent there, but Rashford couldn't win it back there. Don't really blame him. It's Hazard. He's crossing in. This is where Hazard's dangerous. He can absolutely pick apart teams. Zappacosta here to Hazard. Hazard sort of does us a bit again, and he passes it, and it's a not very good shot, let's be honest. Anyway, it's our corner here. We try to play it to the edge of the box, and it really doesn't work, as you can see here. I was just going for a different tactic, maybe going for a bit of a spectacular, possibly getting a bit cocky. But I just wanted to show you guys that challenge by whoever that is. What a beastly challenge. Absolutely crunching to win it, and that's going to end this first half. 1-0 going into the break. This could be, we're on track for 2 brilliant wins in the 2 games of this episode, and that would definitely make us contenders this season. I know it's not expected of us, but now we brought in Rashford, Bellerin, Alexandro. We can definitely try compete. I don't know if we'll be quite up there, but we can definitely have a good go, and it's going to be a bit exciting. Wayne Rooney on the ball here. He sort of tries to play it over, possibly a bit too extravagant, but it goes out to Bellerin. What's Bellerin going to do here? Let's see if he can use any of that rapid pace, but he sort of crosses it in, and yeah, the pace doesn't really come in helpful there. Anyway, Bellerin's actually got back for it, and there we go. Oh, it's Rashford here. Rashford, he shoots, and I don't know what happened there, but oh yeah, it was a block. Okay, we're going to cross it in with Sigurdsson here. Brilliant header by Keane, denied his first Everton goal. As you can see by this, we're just having shot after shot. Anyway, it's Rashford here. He cuts inside. You probably recognise this clip for the intro. You can finally see what happens. Here we go. Brilliant crossing by Wayne Rooney to Klaassen, and what a bang. Absolutely smashes it into the back of the net. And that is a huge goal for Everton by Klaassen, the new man from Ajax. Brilliant on the volley. And I was just so impressed with that goal when it went in, and I was so excited. And I was like, damn, it's 2-0 up at Stamford Bridge. The winners of of last year's Premier League even, off both posts, as you can see. One post, then the other. Bam, oh my goodness, he couldn't have placed it any better if he tried. Klaassen in the 79th minute absolutely smashes it in to make it 2-0. Anyway, David Luiz on the ball here to Zappacosta, back to David Luiz. He fancies himself as a striker, so let's see what he can do. He brings it forward, Fabregas, and it just had to be Fabregas, a man who I've got mixed emotions about, as he used to play for Arsenal, but then he left for Barcelona and then joined Chelsea, and it had to be him who scored against me, didn't it? Anyway, it's 2-1. Possibly they're back in the game. I have to rate him for that, because that is a brilliant strike, and that definitely gives the Chelsea fans something to cheer, although we're still leading for now. 2-1. That's his first goal in the Premier League. I'm sure he'll score many more in this season. And anyway, let's see what we can do here. 2-1 in the 82nd minute even, and we're going to look to try and make it even more, even though they just got one back. Hopefully, just hopefully, we can pull something off, maybe score another goal. That would be absolutely brilliant. Anyway, what we're going to do here is Rooney to Bellerin, Hector Bellerin. This is the pace I was talking about. He utilises it brilliant here. He plays it back to Klaassen, and Klaassen scores his brace in this game. What a brilliant player he is. You can probably see it from this with a bit of the Ozil celebration. I think that is possibly, actually no, it's not. I don't know whose celebration that is, but interesting celebration there. And it's 3-1 at Stamford Bridge. Absolutely huge result. We played it back and he played it in, and now it's 3-1 at Stamford Bridge. Absolutely brilliant. It doesn't quite have the technique of his previous goal, but it's got much more importance, you could argue, or maybe the same. Okay, the second half kicks off here, but as you can see, we're making a substitution. Klaassen and Wayne Rooney, two players who performed brilliantly this game, are coming off. Schneiderlin comes on to the pitch. Maybe you can try to do something, as he didn't particularly impress last season from what I've heard at Everton, so maybe I'll give him a chance here to sort of show his worth. Anyway, it's very late in the game. I don't think there's any really coming back from this, because it's 3-1 to Everton in the 90th minute. Can we do anything right at the end of the game? But they win it, so it's very unlikely. Only 3 minutes extra time, and it seems to go much faster in this game, so let's see if we can do anything. Schneiderlin on the ball, he plays it forward, who plays it to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson's going to look to find a pass through possibly. He sees a man, and it's a shot, but it's blocked. I was just trying to get Rashford a debut goal, but it isn't to be. So there we go, the game actually ends here. And I think what we're going to do now is have a quick look at the league table. I'm obviously very pleased about that result. And here it is, the league table. We are top of the league. I don't think it will stay this way this season, as to be honest, we are joint with Spurs on goal difference, but it is just great to see Everton right there at the top of the leaderboards. Something, oh, well, league, whatever you want to call it, but we just haven't seen that in a while in real life, so it's nice to see. Anyway, we're going to head into deadline day and look to see if we're going to get any good transfer offers or anything. We're just going to reject one there for Fyuh Mori, because we're not looking to get rid of him. Here we go, we're simming forward. Calvert-Lewin has been loaned out, interesting to see. We're just going to reject a lot of stuff, to be honest, during this window, because we've sort of done our business. We've made huge amounts of profit, and we're very happy with the business we've done. Basic here, we just leave that. 5 or 6 hours left even. Looking there, Arsenal even haven't made that much business, or no one I've really particularly heard of. So we're just going to reject this stuff. And anyway, guys, I'm going to sign it off here, even though we've got a couple hours left. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, hit that like button. Thanks for the support last episode. Let's see if we can hit a big like amount for this episode. I don't know what it is, and I shall see you guys in the next episode of Everton Career Mode. Hope you guys just enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.